Morning guys, just want to talk about the great expat dump of 2019 and something that we're going to see happening in the market that's really a massive undercurrent at the moment. What's actually happened is in our last budget, our friends of the government said that if you are selling your property, if you are owning a property and you're overseas, so I'll give you a working example. You just got posted in Hong Kong or London or another country to work, earn good money, and you think, you know what, I've got a house worth $1 million or $2 million, I'm going to rent that house out. Now, what normally used to happen was the 6 years from when you moved out, you enjoyed capital gains free. So let's go back to that working example. 6 years ago, you went to London, you had a house worth $1 million, and you're still in London now, and you actually decide to dispose of that house. Well, there's no capital gains tax on it because for 6 years it was free. Now, what's actually happened is the government's turned around and said, if you don't dispose of that property this financial year, which is 2016, you're not going to get to enjoy capital gains free, not just from now onwards, but from 6 years ago onwards. So what you're going to see, and this is not tax advice I'm giving, but this is property advice that I'm giving, what you're actually going to see is a lot of property come on the market. Because what these expats are going to do is think, you know what, if we don't dispose and settle of that property by over the next 6 months, 30th of June, if we don't dispose of that property, they're going to be up for full tax of $1 million. So that capital gain of $1 million that they made is going to be fully taxed at your normal tax rates for capital gains tax. So be really, really careful. If you've got any friends or family, make sure they know about this, because that free ride for free capital gains is now going to go into the coffers of the government if they don't dispose of their property by 30th of June. So what I think you're going to see, and this is something why you should sell your property now as opposed to next year, what I think you're going to start to see is around sort of February, March, a bucket load of luxury homes or premium homes or bigger homes coming on the market, and then there's going to be some fierce competition, probably some really good buying if you're wanting to upgrade your home, because there's so much coming onto the market. And I think you'll also see that rental market, a lot of those properties will come out of the rental pool as well. So those luxury properties or those houses that expats own, they're overseas and they've got it rented, well, they're going to be sold and they're no longer going to be rented. So a good opportunity to buy, a good opportunity to rent. And I think for the expats, you've got to know about this. I've actually got a qualified accountant called Maurizio Zappacosta, and also another one called Emmanuel Kaligaros. Emmanuel's done an entire piece on exactly what I'm talking about, and I'm going to put that link into the bottom of these comments. So again, be really, really careful, guys. Tell your friends, tell your family that are living overseas, that have got a property in Sydney, that their tax position on that property is going to completely change post 30th of June. I call it the great expat dump of 2019. You've only got about 7 months to do that, but effectively you've got to settle it. So you've even got a couple months before that, so maybe 3 or 4 months to dispose of that property. Guys, I hope that helped you out. Have a great day. Cheers.